So what brings you in today?
I'm coming in today because my parents thought it would be a good idea for me to talk to someone.
Okay, and what do they feel like you need to talk about?
I just get really stressed because of school and like internships, and there's like a lot of different stuff going on right now in my life.
Okay, so you're in college right now. What year are you?
I'm a junior at A&M.
Okay, so you're kind of wrapping up. You're thinking about what you're gonna do. How does that feel for you?
Stressful, just a lot of stuff changing, and then like all my friends are going different places and just a lot of stuff, and then like big life decisions.
Okay, so it sounds like there's a couple things that are stressing you out. Do you feel that one of them is causing you more issues than any of the others?
Yeah, I think there's like definitely I have to like get an internship for my degree to finish out. So that's like very stressful because if you don't, then you have to do an extra year. And then just like school workload, it's getting pretty heavy. And then like also, I don't really have like a place to relax because like at home, like we have like roommate problems too. So it's just like all very stressful.
Okay. So you said that you don't have a place to relax. When you want to de-stress, are there any certain things you do?
I go for like runs. That's basically like all I do, and then just like relax with my friends, just to get my mind off of all the stressful stuff.
Okay. So it sounds like you're just a little bit overwhelmed. Would that be correct?
Yeah.
Okay. So do you have plans set in motion for internship and things like that? Do you have steps that you're taking to make sure that you meet those deadlines, get that internship so that you can graduate on time?
Yeah, I do. I'm like looking through internships for one of my classes, so that's kind of the route I'm going about. And then I've like done some interviews, just waiting to hear back from them, and then just studying and stuff for school and that kind of stuff.
Okay, so how do you feel about the whole process? Are you confident, or do you feel like you need to work on anything? How do you feel the interviews are going and stuff like that?
Interviews are, I just think they're stressful to begin with. Just having to go in and you don't know what they're looking for specifically, and then kind of trying to fit the role that they want you to fit. I think they're going all right so far. They all just have like, they get back to you in a long time, or like they take a while. So that's kind of not the best thing since I'm trying to meet that deadline, but the deadline's not for a while. So I'm kind of like prematurely stressing, I guess.
Okay, so you said you're prematurely stressing. So it sounds like you understand that your deadline's a ways away and you don't really need to be intensely stressing about this right now.
Yeah.
So what are some ways that you can kind of talk yourself down from stress?
I'm not really too sure. I guess just like putting it into perspective, like the time or like amount of time that I have available. It's like a couple months. It's not just like a day or two. So reminding myself of that, and then also that there's like a lot of different opportunities. It's not just like one specific thing that I have to get.
Okay, so you mentioned earlier that you're going through a lot of changes, as any junior in college would be. Things are changing, friends are kind of going different directions. How does that make you feel when you think about that?
It's really like a lot to take in at once, just because it's like you've grown up with all these people, and then you've met them and you've known them for like 4 years almost, and then everybody's kind of going wherever they can get a job or an internship and whatever, and then some people are going to grad school, It's just a lot of different directions that everybody's going in, and then like it's always sad to like be separated from your friends, obviously. So yeah.
Okay, so you like to keep the people that are in your life close to you.
Yes.
How does that feel? Does it give you comfort?
Yeah, I would say it's like it probably like makes me feel at home when I'm like not at home, since like my family's 3 hours away. Having like all my friends nearby is like my second family.
Okay, so has there ever been a time in your life where you were kind of away from everyone for the first time, and how did that make you feel, and how did you cope with that?
My freshman year of college, I hadn't met a lot of the people that I'm like best friends with right now, and then my family was 3 hours away still, and it was not a good year. I was pretty upset, and then like lonely and that kind of stuff. Coping back then, I used to eat to cope with it. Definitely not the best way to go about it. But yeah.
So would you say that you have different coping mechanisms now?
Definitely. Like I said earlier, I like go for runs now whenever I get stressed out or I have like a lot to think about. Which is definitely a better option than eating like comfort foods or whatever. But definitely has changed a lot. And also I'm not like as sad as I was then, I guess.
Okay, so you were sad back then, you're more happy now. It just seems like you put some thought into this, you know what's going to happen when people move away and everything. You did say that you don't have a lot of place to relax because you have some roommate issues. Can you tell me some more about that?
Yeah, so basically there's three of us in my house. We all went to the same high school. We've been best friends since then. But one of my roommates, she just is acting weird. She distanced herself from everybody, but then she thinks everybody's distancing themselves from her and like excluding her. But that's like the complete opposite because she's doing it to herself, and then she's like gets mad that everybody's like on a different page than her kind of thing. And so it just makes the house kind of uncomfortable because when she is here, it's like we don't really talk anymore. And then like just little things are like annoying or like more noticeable annoying, and it's just like makes things weird. And so like instead of coming home and relaxing, you're like, oh, I don't want to go home because then I have to see her kind of thing.
Okay, so it sounds like there's a lot of issue with being comfortable in your own space, which is definitely hard. Everyone wants to be able to be comfortable in the place that they live. So it sounds like you and these girls have been friends for a while, and one of them is just going in a different direction. So it seems like overall, one of the major things that's contributing to your stress is change. Is that right?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. So with the roommate, is it something that is on your mind a lot, or is it something that you don't think about?
Now it's not as much on my mind just because it's been like 2-3 months of this already, so it's kind of like gotten old at this point, and it's just like I've come to terms with it because at first it was like this kind of sucks because we've known each other since high school, or like the three best friends, whatever. But now it's just kind of like we got used to it, or like at least on my part. And so it doesn't really cross my mind as much, except when I'm coming home and then I have to like awkwardly interact with her or like try to be nice, and then it's weird. But it's more like in the back of my mind at this point.
Okay, so I think it's always hard to lose someone that you've had a friendship friendship with for a long time. How does it make you feel that she is kind of going in a different direction and y'all aren't as close anymore? How does that make you feel?
If that's like how it's going to be, then that's fine. Because obviously, if we're going in different directions, then it's not going to work out. So I've kind of put that as the main way to think about it, I guess. But it is sad just because it's like never fun to lose a friend, but also things happen, people change.
Okay. All right. So you said schoolwork is kind of getting more difficult. I know it's getting to the end of the semester. Finals are coming around the corner. How do you feel about going into finals?
Just stressed, really, honestly. My finals are actually like final projects versus the actual final exams. I only have like one actual final exam, which is nice, but also the projects are very heavy set workloads. So it's just a lot of to do all at the same time, and then just time management with all of that. And making sure I don't run out of time for each project, and then also having to do like interviews for internships and that kind of stuff also gets in the way because you have to plan ahead for all of that, and then still make the deadlines for the schoolwork. So it's been pretty busy the last couple of weeks.